What's up, internet? I'm showing you a game of Nurse. Now this game was probably the only interesting Nurse game, so I didn't do two. So this is just the one game, so enjoy. Yeah, Nurse is really loud. This is the game, which is an interesting map because it's indoors, and I'm not really good at indoor Nurse, and you'll see. But usually for these videos, I try to get closer games instead of like the games that are like unfair, you know. But yeah. It's Nurse, you don't really get close games. You either get like really like one-sided games. Either you're losing terribly as Nurse or you're wrecking everyone terribly as Nurse. There's like no in between. I always overblink those every time. It's always the second blink that screws me up. Like the first blink I always know. Second blink, cause it's all muscle memory. But yeah, Nurse games are never really balanced, you know. But this Claudette's pretty good at being unpredictable. Because most survivors are like very predictable. It's the same thing with Blight generally, and this Claudette does a really good job at outsmarting me, and it works really well. But this game was absolutely nutty. She knows that I know Nurse pretty well, and I don't know why people say this, but they say console Nurse is worse than PC Nurse. And unfortunately, I won't be able to show you a good game of PC Nurse because my MMR is really low, so everyone just... I love doing that. This is such a fun... I never realized how powerful Nurse is on indoor maps because it's so scary. Because you don't see her. But, no, my MMR as Nurse is kind of high on PC, but I honestly don't feel the difference. It's the same with Blight. Now, Killers, I do feel the difference on, like, different, consoles is, Huntress. I bet Deathslinger is the same way. Nemesis felt the same. But I mean, it's also based on the person, right? Like, some people are really, really bad at PC, and some people are really bad at console. So like, to them, they're gonna be like, yeah, Nurse is terrible on console, or yeah, Nurse is terrible on PC, but like, I don't feel the difference. Like, I play on both, and they honestly both feel the same to me. This is like the second time. Dude, there was a stupid challenge for this, and I'm so sad that I didn't have that challenge on. Where you have to pull people off a gin using discordance, I think. That would be so good. I wish I had that challenge. But yeah, you'll see. I struggle with indoor maps as Nurse, and you'll see when I'm in chases that I go up when I mean to go down, because it's like really sensitive. Yeah, Nurse is a really fun killer, but I don't like playing her because like the matches are never really fair. Like, you know, Blight, right? Like Blight matches, right? Like they at least have something to work with. You don't really have anything to work with Nurse. You throw Pallas against a Nurse, it's like almost useless. This Steve did a good job. He has Urban Evasion, by the way, and it was throwing me off. So used to like survivors having like the meta perks, because I'm not that good at Nurse. I'm so used to survivors having like the meta perks, right? That like when survivors don't have meta perks, it throws me off. But Nurse is like easier Blight, right? Like there's nothing like you might think Nurse is hard. Because she's hard at first, right? But once you learn Nurse, there's like nothing really more to learn. Like you're just wrecking everyone. So it's like, you know. Whereas like Blight, like you have a lot of maps you have to learn. Yeah, look at that. I blinked down. I meant to blink up, but I looked down slightly. That screws up my blinky. Like a lot. Did I get pop out of this? Yeah. I don't think I did, but that's okay. Look at that. Actually, that'd be really scary as Survivor. Like, to go against a Nurse who doesn't really know to blink up or down, so she just shows up everywhere. I like that was screwing me up so much. Like, I kept blinking down instead of up. And it's interesting. Oh, that didn't hit. Nurse's like hitbox is so weird. That was good. That was a good hit. man. Nurse matches are never balanced. Like, never. You never go into a nurse match and think, wow, either, like, nurse matches, you either go in thinking I'm gonna get completely obliterated, or I'm gonna wreck this nurse because she clearly doesn't know how to play nurse. Like, you know, like, that's how I see it. I said that before, but like, yeah. Except I go into that a lot with blights. Like, I go into a blight match, and most of the time it's like, wow, I'm either gonna get wrecked, or I'm gonna get completely, like just bully the blight. Which is funny, because I feel like I don't have those matches as much. Except I did just get wrecked as blight. Dude, that's so scary. That would scare me as Survivor, because I'm messing up. Like, I can't, like, I'm really bad at blinking, like, forward. Because I always look down a little bit when I play nurse. So scary. That always scared the life out of me. I bet I like scared these survivors so bad. Like I bet I did that like at least a couple of times. These survivors were like mild heart attacks, especially that Claudette, man. Like, just can't win. Dang, they got 2 gens done. I don't remember how well they did. But yeah, I really like I don't get the whole PC console nurse is garbage, because I do pretty good as a nurse. Like, I'm not the best nurse player, but I'm not bad by any mean, you know? Like, I'm good. I'm pretty good at nurse. Like, however, like, the things I struggle with on nurse, right, is like indoor maps. Like, indoor maps as nurse are so bad. Hi. Okay, I'm back. Point is... Yeah, the steep urban invasion. Sorry, somebody interrupted. Here we go. It's because I'm in the study room. Dude, my nurse skills, I am the best nurse player out here on console. You bet it. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not. I don't know why I go through pallets. There's like a power struggle, like what's-it-called going on, so I shouldn't really do that, but I am anyways. Do I yank? Do I yank? Dude, Steves are always the best. They really are. But yeah, here we go. Hopefully I'm like not too loud. It's funny that Nurse has like the lowest kill rates in this entire game, right? But she's like also the strongest killer in this game. It's because she's hard to start off with, right? So like when you first learn Nurse, like when I did at least, I like lost every game. That was a really smart move by Claudette, not gonna lie. Yeah. I'm really bad with my second blink. Wait till blink Nurse comes out. Oh, that'll be rough. Playing that on the PTB wasn't too bad though. But this Claudette is just not getting a break, man. This is funny. This is cute. Dude, Jake. Oh, Jake. My favorite thing ever, right? Is you see Steve in the other locker. These survivors, man. These survivors. Anyways, this is the only good Nurse game I could record, because all the other ones, everyone was just hiding in corners and doing gens. I actually had that with a Blight game, believe it or not. Which is rare. I did, like... So, like, my Nurse games were really hard to record. That's why there's only one. This was not a great exchange, Steve. Steve, you beautiful, dumb soul. We love you, though. You never don't love Steves. I know some people don't like Steves, but I always love Steves. Well, Steve's my main, so I'm being a little biased, but you know, that's okay. Sometimes being biased isn't a problem. Alright, now it's just Jake and Yui, both with their urban invasion. Oh my gosh. See, like, if I was Survivor, I'd probably have a heart attack. I think I said that like 3 times in this video. You know, I don't really play against Nurse really, and when I do, they're usually really bad at Nurse. You know. And then I slug the drink. Probably could have gone that Yui with the second blink, but you know. She went behind me. I could have totally gone this Yui if I just... See, it's so weird. Like, you look up and it's harder to blink up than it is down. Dude, I'm deaf. What was I doing? I can't hear. Jake, you beautiful soul. Why did I... I hope I don't slug him too long. I really like that nurse skin. Cause, it gives you a visual cue to how long you could blink. That's why I use it the most. So when you're newer with nurse, like skins like that, where you could see like how far her blink is based on like the color of her hand, really helps. And I still use that. So like, see like when it's brighter right there, that means you're gonna blink farther. So I really like that because it helps with muscle memory too. When I don't use the skin for nurse, it's a little harder, but you get used to it. So yeah, that was a nice nurse game. Maybe I'll do another one soon. I'll let you look at their perks. They're all urban evasioners.